Good morning, my friends. It's November 1st, 2023, and this is the Breakfast Club. My name is Darren Hancock. I'm your host today, and we are live. Markets are responding quite well this morning. Liking it. So, let's start off with the daily on the British pound. As usual, let me make sure everything's all flying the way it's supposed to. Make sure I've got my Skype call up and running this morning in case the boys want to pop in. And,
morning.
Wow, that was quick. All right, good morning. And
I'm gonna let you talk and do your thing.
Good morning.
Good morning. It was right on this morning. This is great. Make sure I'm on the... Well, I have to share my screen here. Stand by. Okay, we're up and running there. All right, so let's look at the British pound on the daily. Looks like we still have some more downside to go. We have breaker right here. We're still down in the small little breaker here as a holding price. We've had the rejection block hit down here. We're still inside this breaker now, and it's kind of just on the daily. I don't see a heck of a lot on the daily here. We're really between this order block, a high, and this guy down here low. Euro daily. We're still inside that daily fair value gap. Running for equal lows down here. Inside, look for the threshold of this down close candle right now for the breaker. We're just bouncing off of the opening of that one here, so look for the threshold that hasn't been hit yet. So looking for a run on these equal lows back to this threshold, at least inside the midpoint of this daily fair value gap. That'll put you around the midpoint again, or just past the midpoint. Don't forget, we've had, in terms of this fair value gap, we've had a lot of the 50 to 75% of that range has been hit already and worked quite hard. We've had a very little run down in here, even though it has been bounced. We've got very small little areas here where we've had one bull candle through with no major down close candles through that. So look for a run below here today. This is the British pound. As we called the other day, we ran up through our price imbalance here. Highs are taken out yesterday. We had a return to the top of the price imbalance, and then we ran the highs out yesterday. So in terms of where we're going next, look for the midpoint of this big breaker up here. I'm going to move this guy here to the midpoint. That's the next upside. If we take out this high here, we also have the midpoint of this candle. So 25%, 50, 75 and that. So we have 25. It shows more weakness, so we might just roll over here and potentially come back down into that range on the previous week's candle. We may be just getting the beginning of that fair value gap. We've got to run above this high. Fair value gap forming next week. We could come back into this range here and continue pushing up higher. If we don't continue pushing to the 50% or higher. Japanese yen, no breaking structure there yet, but we do have a little fair value gap. Well, that's on the hourly. Let me go to the daily here. We're still looking for that run on that high, I think, for the weekly. Yeah, we're finally... We've been calling this one for weeks. It's just taking forever to get up there, so we're looking for a run on that high still. Still in that fair value gap consolidation mess there in the Australian dollar. We broke the lows here in oil. We just ran the lows out. Now we're pulling back into the range. So look for this up close candle, midpoint. We have these old weekly fair value gaps. I want to see them break the midpoint of that, get back up on top of it in order to get back higher. Right now, still bearish. We have this fair value gap inside here on the daily that we're inside now. So I'd like to see it actually get on top of that, get some support, and just totally disregard this order block and continue back up. Running for these equal highs up here. There's lots of liquidity sitting up in the higher ranges of the oil. Back into that bigger range again, which has now been extended. Natural gas is responding nicely. We want to see it hold price here and start driving back up into this higher time frame weekly fair value gap. So the daily, we could see it return to the top of that fair value gap there. There's a full gap in price here that's only been delivered on the buy side. And this was a nice little run this morning. We have a breaker right here. Draw that out. We broke through it, took out the highs, came back inside the breaker, and now we're pushing up into fair value gap here, inside this breaker here. So look for the midpoint of this, which is the top of that fair value gap, which had hit it. Now, do we lose this midpoint of this candle here? And do we get on top of this fair value gap, creating an inversion that we can continue looking for higher prices? Again, we could come back, revisit this old high. We have old highs over here, so this inversion, this fair value gap here is going to be key in terms of how it's going to play out going higher. I want to see this stay open here. So now tech, Nasdaq's taken out all of its highs. And S&P's taken out all of its highs back into that fair value gap. So they're all occupying the same space. And Dow Jones hasn't. So Dow Jones is the lagger here. And my buddy in his car, I don't know why I keep putting this up here. It's not like he's watching this anyway. So how are you guys doing this morning? That's just my little preamble before the markets. Now we're starting to leave. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Already?
I shorted the open on ES.
You shorted the open on ES.
Yep.
Already.
I'm up 8 points right now. It was in the inside of the 1 hour fair value gap.
You shorted the opening right here?
Yep.
Nice.
I think I can share the screenshot in the chat. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm looking at right now. You guys saw Euro is sweeping sell side right now?
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, like the long-term market maker buy model we were talking about yesterday. They're about to sweep liquidity right now. Might be the smart money transfer.
Yeah. I see that. So look for this consequent encroachment, or sorry, the mean threshold of this down close candle. Will that support price, or do we just continue through it?
Did you see that standard deviation -4 lining up perfectly with the H1 minus fair value gap?
Yes. Yeah, I see that.
I like how we didn't. Well, I don't know how I like it, but I would like for us to have rejected off the 50% of the fair value gap before going lower. But we didn't, so I don't know if that's just weakness or. But we created a low resistance liquidity right at 8:30, thanks to whatever news came out.
Yeah, with this.
No, we had 8:15 news, ADP non-farm employment change. So yeah, that's low resistance liquidity right there.
So you're coming back into this breaker here? Is that what you've got lined up? Or this one here?
The one created the top of the range at like 8:20 in the morning, like an hour ago.
In here. I think I'm trying to look at your chart here and see what are you on, the 1 hour?
That was the 1 minute I sent you.
Oh, 1 minute, okay.
Dang it. I just got an alert from my, I went long on Walgreens because it took out the 3-month sell side liquidity. So I thought, banks are going to start getting in on this, but
They
still
didn't?
going down. No, they did not. They did not participate. Holy smokes. They did not participate at all. So yeah, I got to get on my thinkorswim and sell my calls. I did like 3-month long-term calls.
Oh, you did you?
Yeah, just try it. This is like my first position I tried doing like long-term.
Oh, yeah. I like the idea of if you're going to do options, if you want to, especially if you want to buy stocks, you sell puts, like do a covered put, so that you can you get the money of the price as it goes down, and if you don't get the price you're looking for, like say if you wanted to buy this stock down at this price here, so
You get it at discount because of the premium.
Yeah, so you just get the premium. If it doesn't get there, then it doesn't really matter. So you get it at a lower price, guaranteed lower price, plus the money you make on the contract, right?
Yes. Yeah. What the heck? Oh, I couldn't log into the app, and I thought I forgot my password, but they're like, update the app before you can mess with your money.
Now I was looking at that trading view this morning, and they got like multiple different packages there. What did you say you were in, like the premium? Because I was looking at the expert and all that other stuff. I thought, I don't need all that crap.
Yeah, I'm just at the premium, just so I can get the second charts.
Oh, I see.
Go ahead and look at if you want, look at the WBA Can you look at stocks on on your platform?
WBA. I don't think it has stocks, but I can bring up.
It's all futures and forex.
Let me see if I got anything in here on stocks. Stocks. WBA.
Yeah. You guys have Walgreens in Canada, right?
No, we
No?
don't. No, we don't have a Walgreens. We have a Shoppers Drug Mart. That's it.
Mm.
No, I don't have that on here, but I can get that on WBA. Walgreens, NASDAQ. Oh yeah, they just ran out their lows.
Yeah.
What's their weeks look like? Oh boy. Yeah, they ran out their seasonal. Holy cow, they were way down there. Hey, that's taken out their all-time low. That's their new all-time low.
Yeah, it just ran it twice though. So, because I got in on these calls the first time I ran it, and now it's running it again.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to see a break in market structure above this before you consider that, hey?
Yep, that was my problem.
Trying to pick the bottoms, hey? Sometimes it could be you get the classic boot to the ribs.
Yeah. It's all good.
I think you're in a really good discount price of if you held it long term. I think you've got yourself a really good discount. You know, when you consider way back here and how much it's done some growth even after 2020 when it dropped down in here you had a decent return, 40 to 64 bucks.
Their competitor Rite Aid just went bankrupt.
Oh really?
Yeah. I had a buy limit on Euro USD on the low of 26 October. I just wanted to get in like a breakout trader on the downside, and Euro just hit it to the tick and bounced, and I haven't gotten filled yet.
Oh, right here.
Is that something like equal lows and equal highs? Is that like very common in Forex?
Oh yeah, you can get lots of equal lows, and they just sit there and bounce off, come back up. Like Forex is notorious for running to the rejection block and not taking out the highs, staying inside these rejection blocks, creating these equal highs, and then for long periods of time they just run away. So you can have these long runs up, relative equal lows. Yeah,
and they're called lots, right? Like
yeah.
Because I went to risk $80 and they put 83,000 lots, I guess.
At $83 you wanted to risk.
No, I risked $80.
$80. Okay, so that's 0.8 of a lot.
0.8 of a lot.
Depends on how many pips you're looking at in terms of your stop loss, right? It's all relative to the size of your stop loss. If you only want to risk $80, I know that maybe there's an auto calculator, but you know if you want.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, so it kind of calculates saying here's $80. What's my stop loss?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Dang, I got to show you that on TradingView. Yeah, that's like another thing that really drew me towards TradingViews because it has it's pretty much a risk assessor built in to the program.
Oh, neat.
And Thinkorswim didn't have that. Well, someone created a indicator so you can put a risk to reward indicator onto the charts so you can like calculate,
right,
your size and stuff, but I think they wanted money for it. And it wasn't like built by the bank or by the programmers. It was just built by some like third party guy.
Oh, really?
This one, super legit, yeah. So here you can put your stop loss where you want your stop loss, where you want to take profit. It'll tell you in dollars or in percentage per your account, the differences.
Right.
So when I put $80 risk, it said it's gonna buy 83,000 or maybe 83 lots. Is it 83,000 or 83 lots? Because it
Wouldn't
says
but yeah,
83333.
yeah, it wouldn't be 83 lots. 83 lots is 83 lots is risking, unless you'd have to have like 1 pip of stop loss there. You wouldn't even get 83 lots on $80. 83 lots would be absolutely massive.
I sent you the screenshot of what I'm looking at. Because I don't know anything about Forex. Oh, wow, look at that.
Let me just put an alarm in here.
Yep.
Anything that goes lower than this, let's remove this. I want to see this line up with that, so let's move that to there. So when that alarm goes off, that'll let me know that we're running those lows out, and then I can look at getting in on that threshold. But then you got to we'll wait for something, a break in structure on the lower time frames to warrant that as a run back up. That might be the 10 o'clock run right there. So as we break this at 10 o'clock, look for the threshold of this candle here. I'm going to put that across there as a support level.
You think we're running lows at 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
On Euro?
Yeah. Well, that's usually what you'll see is it'll run a recent low.
Yeah.
And that would be the time I think, to do it.
We ran the like a higher time frame recent low at 9 in the morning, and then almost ran another important low at 9:30. Look at the hourly chart. That important low from Friday,
Right.
27 October.
Yeah.
And then now, so it's like three lower
Right.
or higher lows, three higher lows stacking there. I mean, we already ran two of them, and I had my buy order at that third low in the bottom right there, at the bottom, right at the bottom right there. That's where my buy order was.
Yeah, and it's
it
sitting right
bounced
on there.
off of it. Yeah, it just bounced right off. It didn't fill.
Yeah. Wait for one more little dip down in there. I think that I think you're probably going to see this.
So you think we're still gonna run down?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
This could be that initial. This is kind of like that discussion we were having yesterday, right? About what was the initial parent consolidation on the run back up. So when we get into the market maker buy profile, not doing the sell, that we end up getting into the running these lows out for that profile to end, and then the new one to begin. So this could be the beginning consolidation. So as we run that out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep. That's why I put my order right at the low of that, because I do believe that is the original consolidation.
Yeah, yeah. And that puts you right back into the middle of the fair value gap on the daily again. Oh, well, there's a whole ton down here too. There's equal lows here. Well,
yeah, any buys right now is just counter trending.
Yeah.
Counter trading. I went short in the open because NASDAQ was also hitting like a 1 hour, or no, it was hitting 1 hour for Valley Gap. Yes, was hitting a 4 hour for Valley Gap. And then I had the projections for both NASDAQ and ES. And I'm telling you, every time I measure that little leg of manipulation, it pays. And it's like, if we ever run it past 4, like heavy, then you know it's probably gonna keep going.
So the price leg you're calculating this price leg down for the negative projection up. Is that what you're doing?
Today it was a leg between 7:35 a.m. and 7:51 a.m. It was just one leg that took out some buy side liquidity we created at 6 in the morning.
Right.
For both NASDAQ and ES, they did the same thing.
It must have been in here then.
Yeah, for these projections, you got to do it on the 1 minute. And you know, sometimes on the 1 minute, it's like one candle. That's why I like to go into the 15-second charts so I can see the whole range. Just for these fractal trades, these quick trades I'm taking. So yeah, I'm down on my position. 4223 is where I got it. Oh yeah.
So look at your, from here to here, look at your 50%. We've hit, retrace 50% inside the breaker. And that's what we're running the high out there now. So that was your 1 minute key off spot inside that breaker. Hit right off your 50% of your range. You're already through this breaker already. And you're shorting to this imbalance down here?
Yeah. So that's like an inverse breaker, because that should have been a once we broke the range down, it would have been a bearish breaker, but then we violated the breaker at open because it's a higher high has been taken, and then it broke down to the low towards the left, like where you have highlighted. That should be that's like an inverse, or because like the breaker should be at the low side of the range right there, because it's a high, low, higher, high, and then we leave that range. So we shouldn't have inverse this breaker at all. Like that should have held, but it didn't. We broke above it.
Oh, you mean coming up here? Yeah.
Yeah, because now we just ran another high. And now we just ran another high. Yeah, and if you look at that range, on the screenshot I sent you, this the range from 7:45 in the morning to the high of 8:45 in the morning. The 50% was the exact bottom of the new day opening gap that we were talking about yesterday for targeting.
Let me why can't I find that there we go. Okay, I see your euro order there. Take profit, stop loss, 95 pips. $80 risk. So 9 pips is your stop loss. And your...
So it's 83 units is what they call it, units? Or is it...
You're risking 2.9 lots. I guess your risk percentage is 2.9.
I think that's based on my account size I have set for that
right.
indicator. Yeah.
So buy 1.05. So take profit. Now I can't see an actual lot size in here. Pips, price. Yeah, I don't know what actual lot size you're loading on. I just said, 83 units, 83,000.
Yeah.
So I think that's like if you're risking almost 10, so that would be equivalent to $8, almost $8 a pip. Because if you're risking 9.6 pips, your stop loss is 9.6 pips. Divide that into $80, and that will tell you how much, in terms of dollars per pip you're putting in. So if it's $80 and you're risking 9.6 pips, that ends up being approximately just short of 0.1. So it's a mini, not a micro. So you've got 8 minis on that.
Oh, okay.
So that's equivalent to 8 minis. The units, I don't understand the units. All I know is that if you're looking at it from a standard lot, you're a 0.8 of a standard lot. If you risked 800,
I got you.
yeah, if you had $800, then you'd be risking like 8 lots.
I think there's supposed to be a decimal point after the 8, and then it would clearly state 8 lots.
Yeah.
Because 80 divided by 9.6 is 8.33333. And
Yeah.
they just don't even put the decimal in there.
Right.
It's all good. Now I know. That's 8 lots.
0.8 lots right now.
0.8.
0.8 lots, yeah. So you're like, those are mini. You put a mini on, like 8 minis, and then you got micros would be like 80 cents. So if you put $8 down there, you'd be risking 80 cents. So that would be equivalent to like 8 micros. And then you got minis, which is $8, and then you got a standard lot, which is like 8 lots. So you would have had to risk $800 to get 8 lots on there at 10 pips. Yeah, that's how that one works. And you said you sent another picture? No.
Oh no, I'm just talking about the one I showed you where I was short.
Yeah.
And I just drew the fib from the bottom to the high, and then the 50% was the exact low of the new day opening gap that we were talking about yesterday. That Wednesday's gap.
Yeah.
So that was worth noting. That's why I took the short up there, because I'm like, look at equilibrium. It's the bottom of a new day opening gap. So it could be a draw on liquidity.
Okay.
But my stop loss is 4229. I mean, the top of the H1 fair value gap.
So I'm looking at
pretty wide.
Yeah, I'm looking at this guy right here now. So we broke up above this. We've come back into this breaker here, and now we're pushing for higher prices. So we've got a breaker, ran above it, come back to it. Breaker, run above it, come back to it, and now we're pushing for higher prices. So these breakers are holding price. So,
and the Dixie's going down.
We got 6 more minutes.
They're just building orders up here. I can tell. Like they're gonna dump this. I don't know if it's next week or what, but
we're
for ES and Nasdaq, because the Dixie is just, you can tell it's from the run on Tuesday. There's just so many imbalances, and we didn't even return to equilibrium. We didn't even rebalance price before making higher highs like we are today.
Right.
So, and yeah, very tight consolidation from like 3 p.m. all the way till 4 in the morning today.
And we've just come back to an old monthly fair value gap low. Look at that. We're coming right back into the bottom of this monthly fair value gap right there.
Monthly?
Yeah, that's a monthly fair value gap right there. It's now inversion, so it's now creating an inversion. So if we do, like you say, if we do decide to reverse this baby, that's the monthly. These are the weeklies right here. So that monthly fair value gap, we're just coming up to the bottom of it here. And we're inside the weekly right now with the bottom of the weekly fair value gap. So this is the overlap. We're just going to, if we run back into that, find some support, then roll over and go back down, which is what you're calling about having this reversal come. There'd be optimal places right there too. So 42.36 would also be the midpoint of this. We're also inside a little price imbalance here on the weekly. So even if we came back to the top of the price imbalance, that's also the bottom of the monthly. It's also the midpoint of the weekly. So there's lots of overlap there for sure.
That's your ES chart? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you pull this range here as well, 50% of the range that we've got here. We'll even take the higher range. Brings us back into that monthly as well. Also into the order block, also into the breaker here.
So you think a retrace to 50% is viable right now?
Well, at least to the bottom of the monthly fair value gap in this order block. Because don't forget, we've got the bottom of the breaker. That's an area of sensitivity, which is what we just hit. Almost, I think we've almost hit it. We're just shy of it now. So that, the close of that breaker, and we also have this inversion fair value gap over here on the daily. So there's so many little overlapping confluences that that tell me that that's more of a resistance area, the 50%.
Yeah.
The 50% area.
NASDAQ is hitting that breaker right now as we speak.
It is it?
Yep.
Let me look at their one. Yeah, they perfect. Yep, and that's right inside that daily fair value gap. So we have a rejection off of that. So now do we push through and just hit the bottom of the monthly fair value gap? Inversion, and then that would be a good place to reverse and come back down because we're 50% of that range. We're just beyond 50% of the range. 62% puts us right on the money for the inversion.
Ooh, lines up perfectly.
Yeah.
You said that's the monthly?
Yes.
The bottom of the monthly?
The bottom of the monthly, yeah.
Ooh.
So that'd be a dandy place for get a reversal. And then you've got tons of liquidity draw down here too. We got a daily here, weekly here, and then lots of liquidity down there for sure. Does your stop loss range above that 62%?
No.
Or does it take you out?
It would take me out.
I'm
looking for a retrace before we want to go up to that.
Yeah. Well,
that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, we got the hourly breakout above this high here, open, come back down inside the breaker on the hourly. And we're into this inversion, this fair value gap inversion here now. Oh, look at that, it gapped up.
Yep, I got stopped out. Quick too, right at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Now, does that run out the lows in euro we were looking for?
No, euros.
Rio is still, it gapped up.
If I would have got filled, I would have got taken profit already. Like my position would have been.
Oh, you would have filled. Oh, yeah, profit. You would have been taken out at that breaker. Nice.
Yeah, if I would have got filled where at the exact tick where it hit,
yeah,
I would have got taken out in profit right now because, yeah, I was targeting just that imbalance created at like 9 in the morning this morning. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Since it is a counter trend, you know, I'm not expecting any huge reversals here on Euro.
Right. It just seems unlikely they're going to leave all this cheddar, this candy land down here, untouched.
Dang, they did me dirty.
Welcome to Forex. Looks like the pound is the stronger of the two, so it's just coming down. The bodies are respecting inside that fair value gap on the hourly. The wicks did the damage, came down into, once again, the rejection block. We're still inside this one over here. We're actually move this one here because they engulf the two. Well, the body respects that. Right on the money.
Mm.
And it came down into the midpoint of that. Rejection block. Getting support. Now you want to see. Now that you've run these lows, filled that fair value gap, you want to see a run above this high back into this inversion over here, or this fair value gap right here. We just tapped it before, so I'd want to see that start running up into these higher ranges here.
Derek said 1 lot equals $10 per pip. Yeah, so $80, 8 lots. Makes sense.
$80 is 8 lots?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys,
it's a
different thing for what I'm looking to then. Because if I put 8 lots up here, that would be equivalent to, like, you watch this right here. If I put in 8 lots, and then I pull my stop loss down, that's 1,600, and that's only how many pips? 20 pips. That's why 8 lots is different for, I guess, my one than what you guys are using on your charts. So that wouldn't be, and that's just 20 pips. So if I take half of that, there's 12 pips right there. So that would be $1,000 for. So if you're risking $8, I'll just close that trade. If I risk $8, 0 point. So that's $80 right there. Now watch the difference when I buy it. If I move down 10 pips, that's 13 pips. There's $84 right there. See it?
Yeah.
That's the difference between 0.8. So that's a micro, and then the mini, then a micro would be 80 cents. That's 10 pips, and that's 9.6 or whatever it was that you were risking. So that would be your $80 right there. That's what you want to risk. Anyway, that's how I calculated it. That's how I went with yours. So your thing may be completely different than mine. Actually, I'm going to put that right there. I don't care now. It's on, so we'll let her buck. Yeah, TradingView might have a different way of looking at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw we had bread folder news at 10 o'clock. That's where I got stopped out. And oh man. %50 of the range created on Wednesday on ES, a whole day, the high into the low, 50% is the exact place where we rejected today.
50% of this whole range here?
Created on 25 October.
This
whole day.
Yeah.
Which is just pretty much the daily bearish order block.
Okay, well, if you go to the high of the week, which was back here, I guess. The 24th, it's the 24th, hang on. This is where you're looking for.
I'm gonna send you a picture.
Yeah, I got 50% of the range right there.
my 50 is like right where we rejected at the high.
Yeah.
That's just 50% of Wednesday's high and low last week. We'll see if that holds.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
For Nasdaq, we did not get up there to the 50% of that Wednesday's range yet. Almost, but. So the news stopped me out because we're just still consolidating in the same range. The news just ran buy side, and now we're just where we were before news even got released.
So yours didn't run. You're pulling your fib from up here then, not up there at that high on the 24th.
The 25th.
Yeah, I got a huge wick up here on the 24th just before it closed on.
Yeah, that's Tuesday. I'm looking at Wednesday.
Oh, you're taking
Wednesday's range.
You're looking from there. Okay.
Yeah, because that's like, if you see, so like Tuesday was like a very consolidation. We went up, down, swept sell side, went up, swept buy side, and then closed in the middle of the range on Tuesday. Wednesday, it was just consolidation, expansion downwards, and then more expansion downwards, all Wednesday.
Right.
So in my eyes, I see a lot of candles on a 15-minute chart, or maybe it's one candle on a daily chart. But all I know is that any move down is a bearish order block on a certain time frame. Just because it doesn't look like it on whatever time frame you're looking at now.
Right.
One full range down, it is a bearish order block. It might be a monthly bearish, I don't know, or a 2-week bearish order block.
Right.
But that's why I used Wednesday's price, because it just went straight down, so it's like a big bearish order block. So 50% of that is like mean threshold of the order block. So I'm thinking maybe that's somewhere where we can bounce off of.
Okay.
Even in the fractal 1 minute, 15 seconds, I'm measuring 50% of any order block mean threshold, so I can see if we're respecting it or not, or if we're gonna close above it or violate it or what. And yeah, I mean, we hit it to the tick, and we just sold off from it like right away.
Right.
On that range. So let's see. I went to the daily chart on ES, and I'm just gonna measure the daily 50%. Yeah, no, the daily 50% is a different range I'm getting from the highs and lows. Yeah.
The daily.
It's because the daily candle, it opens up at like 1800 instead of the midnight opening price. So what I'm doing is I'm using the after midnight opening price for my ranges. But for whatever reason, when I go to the daily chart and I try to outline Wednesday's high and low, I go look at it on a 15-minute chart, and it's like carrying over to the end of day Tuesday. Like 6 p.m. Tuesday is the high of the candle.
Right.
But I'm looking at Wednesday's range, which is the high. So the candles, how it's looking on a daily chart is not not accurate since the daily candles open up at 1800 and we are trained to look at candles opening up at after midnight.
Right.
Like that's the range, you know.
So see how we've returned to this fair value gap inversion here? We hit right off the bottom of it. We've hit all the area of sensitivity right along the bottom of that fair value gap. So we've hit that on the money. So are we going to continue to drive through for the 62%? What's the range in here? There's 50% right there of that fair value gap. What's a 4 hour look like?
That 50% range you were talking about, I looked at the 15-minute chart, and so far we've closed above it and bounced off of it.
Right, and then hitting back up again, right?
And yeah, yep. I would need a break below that 50% equilibrium before I try to target that 8:30 in the morning easy liquidity void I was targeting this morning.
Right.
So I would need the 50% to inverse before I can target that. But until we get below this 50%, long-term 50%, we're still bullish.
Yeah, I still like that fair value gap, 62%.
Oh yeah,
monthly.
And then digging into the order block.
Yeah, if we start digging into this guy here, this is the breaker here, right? So if we end up getting, well, that's more mitigation. It's the parent breaker of that big run all the way up to clearing that old high out there, the one we get a swing point there. Yeah, so if you take the midpoint from there to there, we add those three together. 50% puts us, like, again, right on that monthly fair value gap as well. So, right there. Oh, I'm on the wrong one.
You saw that the 70.5 is like the bottom of the daily order block, the bearish order block. It lines up perfectly.
70%.
I think you showed me that. Yeah, 75, 70. Uh-huh.
I hate it when it does this. Do one of two things. So we're going to be digging into this guy here on the 4 hour, so half of that range. Puts us right in here, right on that. I like the, I'm looking for a reaction off of this now. If we get a comeback to that fair value gap on the monthly, we bounce off of that. I'm looking for a reaction, like you said. If we get down into the, what I got there.
That's what you were looking at, right? That's the daily NASDAQ, the fib, and then the 70% is right there at the daily negative or bearish order block.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I'm gonna set an alarm there.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to see in your, when you do Michael's course, he'll pull the fib from inside and outside that range.
Inside meaning bodies.
The bodies only, yeah.
Yeah, I love bodies. Like 90% of the time I'm only using bodies since he says that's where the liquidity is. But
Yeah.
sometimes I'm using the wicks. Like if it's daily chart or like monthly chart, I'll use the wicks. But fractal, like 1 minute, like this morning's trade, I was using bodies. I'll use both just to see wherever it lines up.
Right.
Because, the fib's not magical. It's just showing you where we are on the
Right.
chart.
Look where we got this new week opening gap. Lines up perfectly on our monthly, daily, weekly fair value gap, 70%. It all kind of lines up right on top of that line right there. That's the new week opening gap. So we're looking for that. I got lots of confluences now that tell me that that's a potential support place. What's
You're talking about, okay, new week opening gap for 1022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of confluence around that area now, so.
Or, yeah.
All right, well, we're going to wait to see what we can get off of that. What's this one here? %62% of that breaker also lines up on there. 50% lines up here.
All right, I'm back. What'd I miss? I missed all the important stuff. Of course, my brother stops over.
Oh, did he?
Our hedge trimmers. Yeah, and he lives like 40 minutes away. So I'm like, come on, like it's 10 o'clock. I'm like, come on.
I love you, bro, but come at a different time.
Come on.
My brother's coming today too. He's coming from Manitoba, so he's flown in. So I have to go and see him, go pick him up
Oh, that's awesome.
this afternoon. So
I joined the call and then doorbell's going off. I'm like, what?
that's funny.
I missed everything. I missed everything.
I tried to buy Euro USD when it took out sell side to the exact tick, and I didn't get filled.
Yeah, it was like right there. He put his money like right on there, and it came down, tickled his fancy, and then left. And didn't.
Oh no!
It was not a happy ending for him. He just kind of got beat for
and
sure.
And then the 10 a.m. News came out, and I would have got stopped out of profit if I actually got filled. But it's all good. I just, like I said, I don't trade Forex. I'm just learning Forex now, and I'm looking at it because of you guys.
I should have left my 8 lots on there. My 8 lots would have been a hell of a lot more.
You you keep saying it. You're just like me.
Yeah, well, I was trying to demonstrate what 8 lots looks like in terms of the 10 pip stop loss versus an 80 pip stop, or an 8 a micro. So I put a micro on instead of the 8 lots. I put a micro on.
Oh, okay.
And or a mini on it instead of a micro, just to kind of show what $80 looks like. And if I would have left should have demonstrated this one first and then went to the bigger one, and I'd be hauling some ass right now. I'd be up $1,300. But that's all right. Now I'm going to move my stop loss to break even because that was just a demonstration trade. Dow Jones, what's that sucker up to? Still hasn't cleaned out its highs yet, hey? On the daily, still hasn't taken out the high. What's its 50% of that range? Yeah, it's coming into 50% of that range.
Yeah, Dow Jones already swept the high, and it's just continuing to go up.
Yeah, so we're looking for this little fair value gap here on the daily now. We're inside that. That'll be 50%. We'll hit perfectly on that fair value gap daily. So if it rejects off of that and continues down, or comes back into 62%, which is that last down close candle before that run. So that's an old low, right on the money. So that might fill that upside objective for a premium to run back down for a discount if it's going to head down. Or break in structure. Want to see a big candle with fair value gap, break in structure, and then continue to run to that breaker. Interesting.
We are climbing.
We are.
Almost about to touch 1022 new week opening gap for S&P. So that's going to be on watch.
I love this little fair value gap we had right here. We actually gapped above it to open and then traded back into bang on the threshold. Look at that, right to the threshold.
Yep.
And then left.
Yep, that's why I got out of my trade, because it came back down and I saw us closing above 50% on the 15-minute chart.
Mm-hmm.
Or 5-minute chart. And yeah, it used it as a propulsion to get out of there.
So let me see.
Right,
Let me just see what you're talking about there, because that makes a lot of sense. I like that. So you said.
So on your hourly chart, you got the fair value gap highlighted. Just get the consequent encouragement on the hourly. Yeah. Now look at a 5-minute, and then look at the consequent encouragement on the 5-minute chart.
5-minute chart.
Yep, just look at how the bodies reacted inside that consequent encouragement. Oh, my hourly chart is below. It's like we were in there at 24 minutes ago. It looks like the little green one below. Yeah, that one.
That guy right there. Oh yeah. Well, let me put a line there on that, because it doesn't look like it's Oh, it's the actual bottom. It's the bottom of that candle right now.
When you go to a 5-minute, it looks different. Yeah.
So you're right to the very bottom of that candle we're on right now. So it is this guy right here. Yeah, I can't see your 50% thing there, but
I can show you on a screenshot.
Yeah. So are we getting into our... I got my alarms going off like crazy here.
We just hit the 1022 new week opening gap ES to the tick and rejected off of it. And
we're right into that new week opening gap midpoint now. So here's where you want to see some resistance. I want to see this kind of, unless we're digging up into this higher one here, but I want to see that kick off of here now. Find something, some level of support. Looks like my GBP is taking off. Okay. Just coming into the midpoint. Hmm. %.
oh my gosh.
%. Of which candle are you looking at there?
That's the H1 negative fair value gap.
Ah, okay, I gotcha. So you came to the top of it. Yeah, and that's where you mitigated off of the top there?
So you saw how we left it one wick. That's the 10 o'clock news.
Yeah.
And then we came back in it, and the next wick closed right at 50%.
Right.
That's where I got out.
Ah, okay.
Because now I'm seeing that we're closing above 50%, right at 50%. I wanted to see us close below it.
Right. Good.
And
sharp eye, man. Good for you. That's a good call.
so that big old wick that took the short-term buy-side liquidity at the news was the fourth wick of a swing high that was created. So
right.
That also tells you bullishness. What's the fourth wick trying to do? And then it went up, took buy side, and then the fifth wick, or the fifth candle, closed right there at 50%.
Right.
So now we just hit the 1022, but I'm about to send you a picture, and we'll see how this unfolds.
How's this looking on the 1 minute? That's the midpoint.
So here I just did another measurement of the leg that took liquidity before this huge move up, and which left us a breakaway gap open. And the -4 lines up to the tick perfectly with the new week opening gap high of last week.
Oh, okay.
This morning's range, there was another projection there, from a bigger projection from 7 to 8, that whole hour.
Yeah.
And -4, we went up to it, hit it. That's where the news took us out. Or the news took buy side. And then we kept climbing past 4.
Right.
But if you were trying to get 5 handles from -4 today, it would have worked.
Mm-hmm. Derek, wow, CAD would be different than CAD. Lost at the high, reversing. 14.5, 14. This is my target. So Derek's looking for 14.5, 14.
514. 14.514.
Oh, we're already past his one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so Derek, you're long on that? Good for you, buddy. That's awesome. Market maker sell model now on sell side for GBP. I can't tell the times that he actually said these comments. He was taken out. I am now. I think this probably would have been a good time for the bot. Oh my God, yeah. So now we're right off the midpoint. Don't know which one of those is supposed to be the midpoint one. Stand by. It is that one right there. I don't know what the other one is. Okay, so it keyed up right off that midpoint of the weekly new week opening gap. So we'd like to have seen some support. See where the body closes. Mind you, that's the next 32 minutes or next 28 minutes. If this is where we hit and we close below this, I like that. I'm buying with you guys on NASDAQ.
Going long?
He's going long on, I'm buying with you guys on NASDAQ.
We are. There's a monthly fair value gap on NASDAQ that we're using as support right now.
Yeah, that's the one we're using for support, Derek, is this, we're hoping this provides us a level of support. If you look at it from a monthly perspective, let me get all this out of the way here. Make this a little bigger. That's the monthly fair value gap right here. Now that we've broken through it, we have a body breaking below it. The next candle opens up, trades back to it. I want to see that provide a level of support as an inversion on the monthly, and then start running down into the lower. This monthly fair value gap down here is massive.
My monthly's opposite of yours. We're already above the monthly. I'll show you.
Yeah, I think we're above my monthly as well. Just,
oh yeah, okay.
It's just a minimal amount though.
Okay, yeah, yep.
Yeah, we're definitely
we're just right above it.
Yeah, we just popped into it, but that's fine. That's where you want to see the weekly, or that. I like to see that candle kind of hold price, even though you're looking at the daily. The daily can come back up. We're inside this. We're inside the breaker here. We're actually bouncing off that breaker's bottom right there, where it's closed. There's so many confluences that say this should be support. I want to make sure that we yeah, I want to see that whole price now.
Derek said he bought when it took out his highs at 14.58. 14.58.
I did buy when it took out my high at 14,580. Don't worry, you guys. I'm going to be getting on to the trading view, so we can all line up our charts equal, so you don't have to kind of watch me have different numbers than you guys.
Hey, Darren's getting on the trading view. Let's go.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, but wait till you see that there's multiple brokers and you have to pick.
Oh yeah, I
either
know.
Pepperstone or this one or that one.
I don't know. I keep hearing about this Oanda.
Well, no, he could just do his charting on TradingView. He doesn't have to do his trading there.
Yeah, I can just trade off. This is just a demo account anyway. I got my Fivers account. I'm not even touching
the paper
that.
trading account on TradingView, I think it's free, or maybe it requires the beginner. I don't know, but yeah, the TradingView paper account, super nice. It's like super nice. The best paper trading I've ever done.
Oh, it is, hey?
All brokers, yeah.
Okay.
Because I know paper trading has a lot of problems. I mean, within the last 3 years, it just hasn't been what I wanted it to be until I went to TradingView. It's like, I can't tell the difference between when I'm trading live funds or paper funds. And if I was like on TradingView or something, there was always like a difference. Like the data would be lagging, or my orders would be lagging, or the orders wouldn't get filled in certain spots.
Right.
Because just like errors.
Got it. So Derek's using Oanda. And you like that one, hey, Derek? And he likes it. Okay, good. You don't have any problems with them running your like spreads, opening their spreads up and taking you out? Do they have like a ghost spread? Like you'll see on this one.
Well, if he's trading NASDAQ, then no. But if he trades futures, then yeah.
Yeah.
No ghost spreads for futures.
Yeah, these MT5's got freaking ghost spreads everywhere. It pisses me off because just when you want something, you want to get in here, and all of a sudden it takes you in down here or up here above those little buy and sell lines. They're overlapping, but you know, if you took it down to the 1 minute, these little gaps you'll see. I don't know if these guys are just FX pig manipulates it or what, but I hate their ghost spreads.
Yeah,
right.
Michael says when it comes to Forex, they can pick the prices.
Yeah.
But when it comes to futures, they don't have the same
They
power
don't have the
to
same
do so.
power. Yeah. There's a higher regulation, I think, within the futures, isn't there?
Yeah, for sure. Which is weird because the Forex market is the biggest market in the world, so you would think there's more regulation for Forex.
Yeah, but who regulates
you
it, right?
On your NASDAQ chart, that line right there, is that a hourly fair value gap or hourly void that we just rejected off of to the tick?
Yeah, I think that's the it's an hourly fair value gap inversion. Yeah. So if you go down to the 15-minute.
Oh, inversion. Yeah, inversion.
So it literally becomes the inversion, pops through it, takes off from it, and runs up. So now we're sitting right at that midpoint of the new week opening gap.
I'm looking at a buy side imbalance, hourly buy side imbalance from Monday, 23 October, 10 a.m. That's the inversion. We just rejected off of 23 October, right? Yeah, I see it, right? Yeah, that candle right there. Yeah. So the bottom of the fair value gap we just touched and to the tick and.
Okay, yeah, I'm in the
on my chart.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of it on mine. So you definitely want to see this one hold now.
All three indexes, ES, NASDAQ, and Dow, they all did higher highs right now. So there's no SMT yet. There's no falsery. Euro USD, I had a breaker placed on my chart from, I guess, the midnight or morning 1 a.m. today, Wednesday.
Yeah.
We just came up to it and
we're just
touching it now.
Yeah, I'm just short of it on my, unless you count these two here.
Yeah, I'm just counting the last.
This one?
No, the one in the middle. Yeah, that one. It's the lowest down close now. Or no, that big one is the lowest down closed.
This one here is an up close candle. This is my bullish one here. This is my bearish one here. So this would be a breaker down for this one, and this one would be a breaker for that one. Last up close candle before a run below old lows.
Yeah. Yep.
So those two together would be right where we're tagging off of the body of it now. Also in that middle of another new week opening gap, a bigger one is hitting the middle of that.
So Euro USD and NASDAQ, do they usually move in tandem?
Never compared the two. I couldn't honestly tell you.
Okay.
Let's have a look. Hourly. No. This one we've got Euro making a huge high here yesterday versus NASDAQ's Nothing there. The small one yesterday. They were making a higher high comparatively. See how it's lower? That's higher. Is it inverse?
So I'm looking at the chart, and ever since this morning, we've already had 2 stages of accumulation. So this third run up right here, now that we've hit this inversion for Valley Gap, the hourly, we'll see. All we need is yeah, because we had 1 stage of accumulation right at 9 o'clock. It goes down and it took some orders and it bounced off the daily. There's a daily volume imbalance, bounced off of it perfectly, like to the tick. And then we accumulated more at 10:11.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then we ran up after 10:11.
In Michael's work, yes, often EU and NASDAQ move in the same direction. Okay. In Michael's work, he will say something if the Dixian market is moving in the same direction.
Yeah, he's just saying Euro USD and NASDAQ usually move in tandem.
Oh, okay.
Which makes sense because they're both going up this morning. Yeah, because Euro USD's opposite of Dixie, right?
Yeah, they go opposites.
Right.
Yeah, so same with NASDAQ.
Yeah,
and
that would make
SPY.
sense. Yeah.
Yep. So weird. This is the weirdest 10 o'clock hour. We haven't done anything in the last 20 minutes for NASDAQ.
It's like the helium is carried you up as high as you're gonna go. Are you gonna roll over?
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah.
We're actually breaking out of the range now on
Mm-hmm.
ES.
We're right into the bottom of that monthly now on the ES. Just tagging the bottom of it. Oh, looks like I might get my actual my money back for my demo on my 8 lots. What did I get there? 440. That's a fill. All right, so where are we going in here now then? We got that little pocket above there. We're still inside this guy here. Still inside the weekly. Oh, we'll see where this hour closes, I guess.
Check your EuroCAD. That looks like it's ready to.
Oh, EuroCAD.
The 1 hour.
Oh yeah, it's bounced off the top of this guy here. Well, that's weekly, sorry. Oof. Look at the equal highs. They're all just sitting, 3 of them pretty right there. Back to the breaker. Inside a fair value gap.
No, EuroCAD. You're on USD CAD.
EuroCAD.
Oh, you don't have it. Oh.
No, it's not even on my little list of.
Ones that you watch.
Back to mitigation. Breaker. Yeah, between these two, really.
Yeah, I was seeing it bounce off the, what's that? Thursday, 1800 hour. Looking for the bounce up here.
Oh, you're looking for
the higher?
Looking for it to run back up here, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure this doesn't hold price. Because now we've got below it. Creates the breaker for a run up. So if we get below it to come back to it, then get short. You got a little pocket down here still. This is just mitigation. Mitigation's not as strong as breakers. Last up close candle that does not break any previous low. So you don't get any, so that's more of a mitigation block there. So mitigate off of that, return to breaker. So it's between this guy, arm wrestling each other right now. And you're still inside this fair value gap here. Oh, he ran the highs out. I'm going to close that out. To just put it on the highs.
I'm back. Well, we rejected off the hourly inversion.
That's what we want to see, a close below that monthly.
This is how my inverse looks.
Hourly. Yeah. Okay, so you're right near the edge of that anyway. Okay. So you want to lose the 50% of the fair value gap on the downside.
So on the chart, you see that we dug into 1022 new week opening gap just a little bit on the ES, but I go look at the. Oh no, never mind. NQ did not. NQ rejected right at 1022 new week opening gap. ES ran it in a little bit.
Yeah, I've got my new week opening gap right in the middle there, has been hit. And then the body, I just want the body to close below that. Oops, where did my chart go? Right there. So you want to see that close below this, and I want to see start digging back down below that. Use this daily fair value gap as an inversion now to get short, if we're going to go short here.
Dixie ran that consolidation, the overnight consolidation, and that was up pretty quickly.
I lost that. You were pretty crackly.
The Dixie ran the sell side liquidity on the overnight consolidation.
Oh, okay.
The dollars. That's why. And now, ever since it ran that sell side, it's bouncing up pretty strongly. So that's why I think we're seeing a downwards in the indexes.
Right. Derek saying interest rate announcement at 2 p.m. Expecting some major moves then.
Federal funds rate, FOMC statement.
Yes. Press conference.
Press conference at 2:30.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys hear Michael just going off yesterday about this Forex or this futures contest? He's going in the Robbins Cup next year.
Yeah, he's going crazy about it.
He's really lighting up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who this Vinny guy is, but he's definitely got on the wrong side of him.
He's just another YouTuber that talks a lot of shit and
Oh, is he?
dug up a lot of dirt on Michael and
what do we got in here? That's what I want to see. Body's closing right on there, opening. Now I want to see this hold. Or at least the 50%. Made up a lot of dirt on Michael. Yeah, he did. Yeah, it sounds like saying they were living in trailers, and you have to see the massive bus the guy was driving for his vacation. So that isn't true. If that's his trailer, he takes it with him.
one thing I've never understood is because Michael got arrested in I don't know, within the last 5 years, I think, and he never talks about it for financial fraud.
Oh, really?
Yeah. His arrest record's right there on Google. Or no, I think it was financial aid fraud or something like that. I don't know. But I just wish he talked about it so he could
air it, get it out there.
Yeah, get it out, but he's never mentioned it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard when you got this. You build this profile around this righteousness he has with trading and doing the right thing by people and all that.
Yep.
That really flies in the face of what he wants to get out there, that's for sure. But mind you, who am I to judge? What do I know? Everybody's doing the best they can with what they got, man. I don't know his reasons. It's not for him to... For me, it's not his place for me to air out his laundry to me. I don't care.
Yeah.
I see him. I see his work. His work is great.
Oh, yeah, sure.
He proves it, and that's all I'm interested in.
Exactly. So I think my theory is one of the charter members maybe sued him because he started giving the information out for free.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's my just guess. Wow, man, Euro USD is beautiful.
I was about to say that. It's about to hit the 618 retracement.
Right off that... See that? Right off the threshold of that breaker.
Yep, right off the threshold in that breaker, and inside of that breaker, there's a 15-minute SIBI. And it hit the SIBI and sold right off.
It did. Look at that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So there's a 15-minute SIBI inside of a breaker, and that's a nice play right there.
Oh, yeah, that's the load the boat.
Yep. And we hit that 15-minute fair value gap at 10:45 exactly, and that's exactly when NASDAQ hit its new week opening gap to the tick at 10:45.
I like this. I'm liking this supporting price still. It's beautiful. It's right on the money there. He said it wasn't true. Vinny makes things up and is very good at making documents up to show it to the unaware. Oh, apparently that Google not true guess is incorrect. He didn't give it up as a suit resolution. He did it to kill those who were selling it. Yeah, see, that's where there's so much that I have, I see these reels and stuff, and I see people reacting off of a 1 minute reel, and they just lose their mind on people. I'm like, you realize you have a snippet in time of 1 minute, and you're making a value judgment on somebody based on one little snippet or one little visual document or something like that. And from our righteousness, from our own value and belief systems, we believe that we have a right to judge people. It blows my mind. It's like, I don't know your situation, man. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of details.
It's just so much. I just want to love everybody. There's just too much hate out there.
Sent you the... I don't even know what this is called.
Oh, yeah, the Eastern Court District document.
Yeah. So this is 2012. When was he giving out the stuff for free?
Oh, yep. If this is 2012, that is not.
Yeah, there's no way.
That is not even remotely close to
charter.
what Michael is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was in his 2016 mentorship. So what happens in 2012? I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 11 years ago. Man, if I was judged on shit I did back when I was 18 and stuff, jeepers, nobody would ever talk to me.
I saw that arrest record before I even watched any of his videos about trading.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird how I got into Michael. But once I saw it and started implementing everything he's just telling me to implement, oh my gosh. You can see it. You can't deny it.
You can't, that's why when he gets out there and he trash talks these guys yesterday, I can feel his anger. obviously he's very frustrated in how his family's being treated, and he's got a reputation he's trying to either rebuild, or, deservedly needs the respect that this stuff commands, because, you only had to show me a couple of times that this stuff works. And I was fully bought into it, and I knew nothing about Forex. I didn't even know what the hell it stood for back in the day. I thought when they said, and poor Kevin's heard this a million times already, but when I heard him say cable, I thought I had to buy cable, and then when he said fiber, I thought I had to get more fiber in my diet. Like, I'll do it, man. Whatever you want me to eat, I'll eat fiber. I have no idea what the hell he was talking about. So.
That's funny.
He took me right from, this is called a candle. I'm like, how can it be a candle when there's a wick on the bottom of it? It's an upside down candle. How come it's got wicks on both sides? That's not a candle. Yeah. So I want to see this order block, just basic order block theory now. I just want to see that order block hold price at the open. The threshold is the line in the sand, which is right back into our midpoint again, just to see this slowly start to respect a change in direction. Not that we do,
yeah, because that candle's big.
Yeah, not that we do, because this candle here, we've got the technical reverse into the fair value gap, the midpoint. If we lose the midpoint now, that will be, and it's showing support, and we lose the midpoint. Then as soon as we blow through the bottom of this and come back to it, I like that for shorts. But if we lose this threshold again, then we're back into that supposed bull flag kind of scenario. There's the body. Threshold, short of threshold. More fiber and more cable makes a good trader. Just buy a box of raisin bread. Call it a day. That's right. Poor Kevin's probably going to hear that story half a dozen more times. One day, Kevin, you should just come out and say, "Hey, Darren, didn't you think that fiber was something you had to eat?" It's like, "Oh, you bastard! I thought you to keep that personal."
Once there's a couple hundred people in here, then we'll
That's
whip
right.
that out.
You drop that bomb.
Watch the chat go crazy. Euro and pound, like, if you don't look at which chart you're looking at, you'd think you didn't switch over. They're like identical.
Oh yeah.
All right, maybe not as much. I've zoomed in a lot.
Well, the euro hasn't taken out its high of the day yet, and the pound has. So this one is the weaker sister of the two. So we're coming back into breaker. It's still got some more upside yet, I think. If this holds, then we got more upside. We're inside that guy. Got little overlapping breakers here. Look for that one there to provide support if it's going to keep coming down. Look for 50% of that range at least as a basic start.
Yep.
So 50% puts us right into this breaker right here. And 62% puts us back into the price imbalance, and 70 fills that price imbalance. Well, fills that one wick side. 79% fills the relatively close to filling the whole thing. But we have inversion fair value gaps on the opposite side now. We've broken through, come back inside, found some support, pushing through. 50%, yeah, look for 50% off of that guy. And then a further run up to the upside. Right on the edge of that price imbalance breaker. And inversion fair value gap right on the 50%. If we get a play off of here, midpoint, back to here, then through.
You think Michael's really gonna tell us the? You know how he's like, "Oh, I can't even tell you. They'll knock on my door, whatever that is." You think he's gonna release it in his book?
You know what? I love, even if it wasn't true, I love the mystery he's created around that. That's like some guy secretly stole him and took him into a secret lair and taught him the mysteries of the world and the universe, and he's not allowed to share it.
He can't share it.
Yeah. But he's created this whole thing around it, and he's stepping on the line. It's like you've got this mafia guy staring at him saying, "Don't you cross that line, boy. Don't you cross that line." But yeah, whatever he's done, he's a marketing genius. I have to give him that. He can create a sense of desire and need and want for sure. And bless him for doing it. I think he's got himself a lot of money in the process, and he's sharing something that I believe is extremely valuable. I've got another engineer buddy of mine who absolutely is not buying into. He says, "Yeah, there's algorithms." He says, "But I don't think it's one algorithm driving the entire market. It's just not possible. I don't buy it. If it was true, then it would be out there. Somebody more intelligent than you guys would have figured this out already, and it would be out there in the market." I'm like, well, it's not though. It's a very closely guarded secret, I guess, but he's got a way of describing it. Well, I guess we'll see next year. You won't be able to look at Michael next year and say, the guy's full of shit. You won't be able to challenge it. If he blows Williams out of the water next year, which is what he's claiming to do, if he does that, I will be so happy for him. I will be so proud of him. I'll be like, man, that's why I love this guy. He has dealt with all those naysayers, people who steal his stuff, rebrand his stuff. They're all trying to say it's theirs. It's like people just got to get this personal significance off of a guy who's literally created this stuff himself. And when he puts his name up there and it becomes another 40-year thing when nobody's ever going to take the crown, all those other guys are going to have to shut up. They're going to have to shut up, and he's going to prove that, hey, the way he describes it is, I'm just going to do one trade a day. One trade, and he's doing the silver bullet, and he's going to beat Williams with a silver bullet trade once a day, 12% per year or per week.
That's what he said? He's going to only use silver bullet? No.
Silver bullet. He says,
No.
I'm going to do a silver
You're
bullet.
talking about Robbins, right? Not Williams, Robbins.
No, Williams. Williams is the guy that has the record at the Robbins Cup. He made $1 million in 1 year on $10,000 in the 1980s, and his record has stood all that time. Absolutely stood all that time. So Michael's going to blow him out of the water with a silver bullet trade once a day. He will trade either London or New York, morning or afternoon. And he said, I will trade between 10 and 1 or 10 and 11 and 3 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's it. One trade every day, and I will blow you bastards out of the water. I'm like, wow. And he's doing it all on silver bullet. That's amazing.
Wow.
So that.
Hey, Darren, check out that photo I sent you. I shorted this.
You shorted this?
Yeah, I shorted the top of the range. Because once we rejected off New Week opening gap with that strong candle and started consolidating, I knew any move up was going to be manipulation because we can't reverse from consolidation. So I knew that any move up I was just going to short. So I shorted one into, I think, the fair value gap, and then the other one was the 1 minute bearish order block for my second position. And I don't know. I think
you could be right.
All right, I'm out. No, I'm out. 122. I'm out.
I feel the pain. I'm out.
I'm out. I can't look at that profit and just say no on a day like this, FOMC, and I shouldn't have got 2 out. I should have just got 1 out, but I'm going to show you why I just got out. And it didn't even hit the fair value gap that I was just looking at, too. Just barely touched it, but...
That's exactly what I was talking about. Is this order block holding price right off that threshold?
I can't beat myself up for taking 40 points out of the market.
No, you cannot, brother. No, you cannot.
I gotta stop. Because then I'll never take profit.
That's right. Yeah,
Jeez.
Good for you, brother.
No, I shouldn't have done that. No, that was a good trade right there.
Good for you. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. You see my entrance and exits. My enters and exits.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
It is beautiful, isn't it?
Oh my goodness, that's sexy. Can
On
I
a
show
15-second chart.
everybody that?
Yeah.
Yeah, check this out, you guys.
I think I planned it on a 1 minute chart though.
So he went right off of this consolidation here, came back up inside the fair value gap. He keyed right off of here and realized that you couldn't get a reversal out of this consolidation. You have to.
So my first time I got in right there was the exit of the consolidation that we. Right here, like that whole consolidation after the drop down.
Right.
That whole that's where I first got in when we took a new high out.
Okay. Well, you took that high out.
Yeah, it was like that high, and I think it was a 30-second fair value gap, or
right. There's one right
actually
here.
it was a 1 minute fair value gap actually,
right.
with equal highs. So that's my first enter, and then the second entrance was the 1 minute order block. So on a 1 minute chart, and it's the H1 negative fair value gap to the tick.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And then this fair value gap is his exit.
Yeah.
That's awesome, buddy. Good for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well done. I love to see it. Oh, did I just close that whole damn thing out? I think I closed it. Are you guys still there?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I hear you.
There we go. I thought I closed the whole thing out there.
what I was looking at when I took the short. I'll show you exactly what I was looking at. So I got in short right here at this arrow, and I'm gonna just send you the picture. And I wanted the Dixie to bounce off this, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted the Dixie to bounce off this 1 hour fair value gap, inversion fair value gap, and it did just that. To the tick.
I can't see anything there.
There you go. See it now?
Yeah, I see it. It's in chat. Yeah.
So where I first
it's in
entered the trade.
Oh, in the chat. Okay, the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where I first entered the trade was the first red arrow, and I was just looking at the 1 hour inversion fair value gap, and I probably would have closed the trade if we didn't bounce off of it like this.
Right.
But that's what I was looking at. And then I close it when we did bounce off of it. Come on, Joey. Should have took one off.
That's all right, man.
Yeah, it is. I don't trust days like this.
Yeah. I'm liking this close here now.
Kevin, did that make sense when I said we were leaving consolidation and I knew we can't reverse from there? Like, do you understand the concept right there?
For which chart?
Well, it's just the market, how the market works. Once you leave a consolidation, you cannot reverse. So since we went up twice, like we had 2 legs of expansion upwards, and then we had that nice down close candle, and then we started consolidating after that big old candle, that big old candle. We started consolidating. So from there, we cannot reverse, meaning we can't go straight up because it's highly likely we won't just keep going straight up from that consolidation because we have so much voids left, like in the, you know what I'm saying, down below that.
Yeah.
So like that anything leaving that consolidation is just manipulation.
And to a good place where you have a breaker inside a consolidation.
Oof.
Have a nice day.
Yep, and there we go. Going lower. So NASDAQ, I think we can go. Here, I'll just send you a picture since our prices are different.
Mm-hmm. Yep, still here. Okay, good. This good call to keep trade small. What do we got here? This price imbalance. I like this price imbalance, and I love the fact that we're finally getting below this. I'm already short on this live on my live account. This is all right, what's he got here?
Now that I'm looking at it, there's a breaker there.
Mm-hmm. So
on the
that's
left.
your price leg reversal. Makes sense. Let me have a look at that on. I'm going to try and project that on my one and see what I got.
I'll just share my screen. So
Yeah.
I can stop sending pictures. But I still want you to share your screen the whole time. Just look at mine when I say, like, oh, this is where I think we're going, real quick. Window or desktop? Desktop. Kevin, can you see my screen?
Yep.
30-second chart. Beautiful rejection to the tick off this hourly negative fair value gap, and then beautiful rejection off this new week opening gap to the tick. Just measured this manipulation leg that took out this high, and -4 brings us to this gap. There's a clear gap there, can't deny it. But there was also institutional order flow or industrial IOFED, because right here we did go into it just for a second and leave. And now that I'm looking at this, we have a breaker, so low, high, lower low, and leaves it. So, you know, for sure, I mean, top of the range can get hit, but anything after that, I have no idea. This range right here, at the top of the breaker. And I got out. Where did I go? I got out. I got out right here at the bottom. Like at the bottom of this fair value gap. Yeah, right there. The price is a little different from this chart and the micros where I was trading the challenge account on, because I'm trading MNQZ 2023, the micros. This is the continuation NASDAQ for the minis chart.
Right.
Dixie. I can't read Dixie right now because we just took out sell side liquidity, and then we returned to the range. We're in a premium and a daily inversion fair value gap, and this daily inversion fair value gap has been used already once and has supported price down once already. Twice. So I don't know. It's hard to read. But we did reject off this H1 negative order block right here. Is there two order blocks I had? These two ranges? I didn't think we were going to break past this high. I think this is like the swing high in place. So I knew one of these order blocks was going to hold, and it was the H1. Hit the H1. This is a 1 minute chart. And I saw this reaction. I don't know, maybe it took out the sell side to go over now and run the buy side, but I don't know. Premium inversion. We'll know exactly what happens if we break this above, then we can just go like that. Or it's going to be like this. Only two things that can happen from this inversion inside of this premium. And I also had this. Drawn out. Because this was the last leg before this huge leg down. Manipulation, so.
Morning, Lawrence. A little late to the game this morning. Must have been a little sleepy.
And another good idea.
Is this following your expansion indicator at the bottom there? Is it following that? I don't understand what all your blue colors and all that stuff means.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just the...
Is it working the way it's supposed to? Is it showing you?
Yeah, so the times never change. It's the same, there's the same 4 quarters within the same hour, every hour of the day. And those 4 quarters are accumulation, manipulation, distribution, and the 4th quarter being a continuation or a reversal. So this just tells you like the times, and the times are the same every day, but the times, the quarterly theory is the same.
Right.
Does it follow it? Yeah, I mean, this is manipulation, and we manipulate it up here, and then now we're distributing. So the distribution phase started at here like 11:15. But I don't want to go into this too much because I haven't done a lot of research on the quarterly theory.
Right.
But
Slept 1 o'clock this morning. Got an entry though. All good for you.
so, Kevin, you still watching?
Yep.
So this is the consolidation I was talking about right here. And then I saw these equal highs, equal lows. It's a 1 minute chart. Equal high into a fair value gap, equal low. So from this range, if we were to reverse, it would mean, but how likely is that when we had already created this gap, this gap? There's multiple gaps, and then even just this H4 fair value gap, like how often do we see it leave and not come back to touch it again before going up higher?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, so that's just theory. I'm gonna share a picture with you guys in the Skype, so let me see if I can find it.
Liquidity and imbalances. I got the quarterly theory, but I don't really use it. It's not necessary. Price.
Hey, he took the same trade I took. Orriston at 11:10. That fair value gap.
Right.
Nice. Are you still in it, Orriston, or you got out? This is why I like having old lows on my chart. We'll use it as resistance.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, we'll always use it as resistance.
The only things I use for trading ranges, PD arrays, premium and discount. LOL. Yep, he's still in it.
Nice. So, if that's the case, premium range and discount, that's the case, then his first take profit is aiming for
That low.
this low,
Which
which
is
is
right
a very
near
nice low.
which is right past your 4.
Hour fair value gap.
Yeah. My short comes off the top of that fair value gap on the other side there, the inversion, when it becomes an inversion fair value gap. When we break through that consolidation and we return back up to the inversion fair value gap, I got short there.
On which,
Right where your chart is there, look at the inversion fair, see that last wick up? That guy there, draw that across, you'll see that it attaches right to the fair value gap on the opposite side. That's where
I got you.
That's
Yep,
where I got
see.
short.
Nice. Right there. Beautiful. And now look at the reaction of the breaker on a 15-second chart where the body's closed, where we open. So this looks like it's second stage accumulation. This could have been first stage. Smart money reversal up here. This could have been second stage. But only that. And where is the original consolidation? There is some down here, some over here. But at the same time, we got a breaker that can be holding us up. So
Yeah.
what's Euro doing? Euro never hit the 62. Yeah, I think it's just doing a small retrace here before going back down.
Yeah, there's a little pocket right there.
Just entering a 5-minute fair value gap. And then so we already touched the M5 order block once, rejected off of it, create a 5-minute inversion, not inversion, but 5 minute SIBI, and now we're back in that. And looks like there's an open 5 down here, very small. Yep. There's an open 5-minute fair value gap where there was the old sell side, like.
Is that
This
your
old
minus
sell
four
side.
minus 4 projection?
No, I haven't done any projections on euro.
Oh yes, euro.
If I were to do projections, let's see. 4 would take us here to this order block. But it's just 1-minute order block. Let's see what it looks like on a 5. Yeah, it's a bullish order block. So 50% of that. It's right here at 79. This is the whole 5-minute order block. And then 50% down here. Yeah. If we know this is second stage accumulation, as long as we don't inverse this 5, and if this is second stage accumulation, then we know we haven't distributed yet to the downside. So as long as we don't see anything like this, we're fine. We just want to see this. Also, we touched a 15-minute BISI right here, inside of here. So that's why, this is due for a little bounce right here because of the 15-minute BISI. And 50% of that 15-minute BISI is here. So we'll see. Dixie, all right. It's looking bearish. So when it went into premium, used the daily inversion fair value gap as resistance, and now it looks like it's about to leave it. We didn't break above it to come back in to support it. No, we left it first to come back in it. Now we want to see it leave it again. And if this is the case, then that means the euro, the NASDAQ, it is in second stage accumulation. Then this is right.
Say that again.
These lows. So if the Dixie keeps going down.
Right.
Oh, actually, that's not good. We want Dixie to go up. That means then NASDAQ would have to distribute down, meaning this is not the second stage accumulation. This means we already did distribute, and it could have been something like this. This could have been the second stage. So right now we're just trying to figure out if we're in second stage or if really this was the smart money reversal right here, smart money transfer.
Right.
Because we did accumulate once, accumulate twice. This could be even a third stage of accumulation with a smart money transfer on the top of this breaker. So if this was the case, this would have to go up, meaning Dixie down, and well, that's what it's showing us. It's the daily inversion fair value gap is going to hold us down. So, but that's if these markets were symmetrical, and I mean, this morning they have been. 11:10 to 11:30 we have had a run up, and from NASDAQ 11:10 to 11:30 we've had a run down. So up here to up here. I would say, Darren, are you looking at the consequent encouragement of that 1 minute fair value gap where you got in for your inversion? If you're just looking at the 50% of that, is that where your stop loss is? Or is
No,
your
I'm
stop
out.
loss?
I saw that fair value gap there, or the order block break on the downside. We swept that downside, filled the fair value gap. We've reached the old highs there. We actually tagged the bodies of the old highs, and we haven't broken market structure to the upside yet, but I don't like something consolidating too long before I get out. I start getting antsy, so I got out after about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. That little you'll see there's a little pocket. I don't know if you have the same thing on yours. It's probably right down at your 30-second chart. There's a fair value gap that formed after that little swing.
Right here, right?
Right on this swing, go down to there's a little tiny one go up, come up about 4 candles right there. There's a fair value gap that formed there. Right there, yeah. And we came back.
It was used as support.
So now that's the support that we're getting to go up. So I got out. So again, we're consolidating, and I hate being in consolidations. I like it a little cleaner. So for me, that's the potential for a reversal because we swept the bottom there, right?
Yep. Also, the close right here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 closes above this fair value gap. This red one should have held.
Yeah.
And it didn't. So look, you read it right.
Yeah.
But this order block was holding us down.
So now if we tap this and then start to leave again.
So you know what the result of this is? This up move? It's because Dixie's doing this. Oh, nope. Dixie still hasn't broken down. So why are we going up if Dixie hasn't went down? What's Euro doing? Euro is leaving the 5 inversion for value gap. That's good. So, I mean, this looks like it could be a manipulation. We can see. We'll see if it wants to touch the top of this H4 for value gap and then leave. But I think the telltale sign it will be if bodies close above consequent encouragement of this 1 minute. What do you think?
Yeah.
I have two boxes there.
That's good. We're right back to my original entry there.
Here you go. So you got a little profit.
So I got a little money.
8. I am seeing a swing low inside of a swing low. So you got this swing low.
Yeah.
Inside of this swing low.
That swing low is inside of that one. I don't understand the inside part.
We wouldn't want these candles to take out this swing low. So it was like a swing low was created, and then right here it was like another mirrored image, just on a fractal, another swing low.
Yeah.
Oh, this is another indication. Hey, we might go up. Like so, but if these two candles right here took out this swing low, then
different story.
Different story right away. Yeah. I forgot what episode he was talking about this. Swing low instead of a swing low like that. All right, here we go. We're at the top. So we went straight past the H4 for value gap, which I don't like. But we're now at the top of this M1. Let's see.
Oh, he didn't see that little gap down there. Are you still in this, Lauriston?
Which gap was he talking about? Oh, these are 30-second gaps.
Yeah, that little gap that we talked about at the bottom there, the one below that. You didn't
this
see,
one?
yeah, you didn't see that little guy right there. That's the one we found support on, and I was like, yeah, I don't like that. And we're into consolidation in the minutes. So, but I do like the return to well, I guess it wouldn't be, it'd be equal lows. Go to your equal lows on your 1 minute. See those equal lows up top there?
Yeah, I see it right here.
Yeah.
It's,
I like those equal lows
oh yeah, inside of this fair value gap.
because it would clean up the top of those equal highs there. Oh, that little high you see right there, it would clean that up, come back inside
Let's
that.
see. Let's see if there's a breaker here on Dow or ES. No, there's not. They all had a lower high right here. Oh. So look where the 1 minute bodies.
Yeah, it just sat right on top of that, eh?
Yeah. 30-second. Oh, 30-second as well. Look at the 30-second chart. Right at the top of the H4 fair value gap.
Right.
If I were to lose that inversion, H4 is respecting.
Yeah, he's still in. Good for you, buddy. You may actually get your trade here.
Nice. And Dixie, nice spike up on Dixie. You want to see that, Lorison?
I got back in my original entry now. Now that we've seen that high get taken out.
Nice. Alright, yeah, so Euro used the 5-minute inversion for value gap as resistance. And yeah, that's good. I mean, why is Euro going down and NASDAQ and Dow going up? So did we have a market structure shift here? Because, I mean...
Yeah, it could be.
This is where you can get caught up, like...
Yeah, you get beat up pretty bad in here.
But what says otherwise is this low right here. This low didn't take out any like significant low. None of these lows took out any significant lows.
No.
Because
and we haven't even hit the consequent encroachment of the large range.
oh yeah, this morning's range.
So we're still short of 50% of that yet.
So you felt really comfortable to get back in once you saw these bodies, 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4 bodies closing at the top of the H4 for value gap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is permissible because we have a inversion city here. So this is why we're getting this little bounce. Let me put my risk to reward calculator on here and see if I can take part in this. Okay, I'm in. All I can say is I don't like that. This is still untouched.
Mm-hmm.
This guy.
I don't want to see that break through that little inversion fair gap value gap you got right there.
Okay, I see you right here.
Yeah, I don't want to see it break through that.
And then use it as support.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much of a gap still here.
Yeah.
That this is all permissible. Any move inside of this purple box is permissible. I would even say to the top of the wicks. I mean, even, I don't know. This is a fractal breaker right here. Well, no, it's not because the... Well, I guess it is because it took out the high. So this is a fractal breaker. So even this is permissible.
Yeah.
Where did I put my stop at? No, I put my stop at the right here at the bottoms of these lows. Move it up a little bit. So with getting in here, risking here to target this guy right here, it's still like 2 to 1 risk to reward. Because this is definitely left open. Whereas there was no institutional order flow on the 1 minute here.
Yeah.
But if you look at the 15-second, oh, there's still a little gap that open. Yep, so we're still good.
And we still haven't hit 50%.
30-second.
We still haven't hit 50% of that range yet either. So I like to see it pull back into 50% of the range on the day.
Yeah, that's that low right there. See this Dixie climbing up with NASDAQ? It used now we're on top of the inversion for Valley Gap now, which is good. This is what we want to see if we're targeting 50% of the range today for NASDAQ. Yes,
right.
We need Dixie to go up.
So mine just keyed right off the bottom of the
Yep, same
bottom
here.
of those equal lows there.
Yep. ES not showing the same strength as NASDAQ. All we did was return into a M15. So this is a 15-minute for Valley Gap right here. So, all permissible. Oh, I'm gonna get stopped out.
Dixie.
I don't want to get stopped out. I got stopped out.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, small, paper cut, one con, but I kept the stop loss tight. I probably might re-enter.
Right there. You want to see it hold right there.
Like the 50% of the range of this consolidation, I would like to see that hold.
Yeah. Or just tag the body of it like it's done right now. That's where I want to see it hold and then start peeling away from here.
Did I lose my 4 hour for value gap? No.
So far that's looking good. I want to get down below this order block here. Good. Now I want to see it come back into it. That little high that was just created right there is what I want to see stay. It's not closing on the 1 minute though.
I got stopped out at the highs.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I mean, we're still at the same range, but we're below now where I got stopped out.
This is originally where we were talking about getting in. Remember we was talking about returning to those equal lows, and then that'd be a good place to kind of get in, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I got in a little prematurely once again. You figure at my age premature wouldn't be a problem, but there you go. Yeah.
It's just tricky to read because of the H4 for value gap that we have here. But you know what they're trying to do.
We came right into the breaker. There's a little candle, a down candle breaker in the just before the consolidation. We get the run up in the consolidation. Look at that breaker there, that little last down close candle before it ran above the little highs, the equal highs. There's a little down candle right in there. Came right back to the base of it. That's where I wanted to see it hold, and then run away from there.
Yep, did exactly that. That's where I put my stop at the bottom of that.
Oh man, Lauriston, you still in this thing or what? It's really close to it. Feel like the trade from last Friday. That's right. This Lauriston playing chicken with the bear. He's just coming up there and slapping that bear in the face, bluff charging again. Love it. I'm with you there, bear. Lauriston. I was underwater all the way there. Now here's another rule that's generally I follow. When you see two fair value gaps in a row, the first one usually most of the time gets filled and the second one doesn't. It usually comes back up and tags the edge of the second fair value gap. But if you look on the minute, go to the 1 minute, you'll see a fair value gap there, and then it always comes up to the second one. The first one's filled, second one doesn't.
Yep.
And it just reached into that second one there.
Yep, but didn't close above it.
Yeah.
I think I can re-enter if this becomes a bearish breaker. So we'll see.
Yeah.
High, low, higher, higher leaves it.
Yeah, agreed.
And then use this 30-second inversion for value gap as an entrance, because it'll be 30-second inversion for value gap coupled with the top of the breaker,
Right.
the bearish breaker. Once we break below this, so we'll see.
And we're going into lunch hour too, hey?
Yeah. Yeah. It's probably gonna be. We're probably gonna be moving slow until 2 p.m.
Your stop loss about 50% of the second fair value. That's a good place to put it, though, bro. Good work. Good work.
It's really good. It's really good.
Like right above it. So good for you. I get worried if I ever have to go hiking. If I have to go on a hike with Lauriston, man, and there's a bear out there. He's going to stand there and say, come on, what do you got? Yeah, see, I want to see this little fair value gap on the opposite side on that 1 minute. Hold price now. I don't want to see it.
And the Dow created a lower low.
Okay.
So that helps you guys with your short position. NASDAQ and ES created higher highs, but Dow did not. That's the SMT.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, what is this? Daily inversion fair value gap on YM. We hit it to the tick.
Yeah.
And couldn't close above it at all. Even on a 15-second chart, it's just super clean.
Oh yeah, is it ever? Look at that.
Super
It just
clean.
opened right on it.
Yep. On a daily inversion fair value gap. This one. This big boy.
Mm-hmm.
We have another one coming up that we didn't even touch.
Coming back into some breathing room again. Just coming back to my original entry. See, if I had balls of steel, I would have entered in right at that breaker up higher where I originally was thinking.
If I had balls, I would have added.
Yeah.
Instead of getting stopped out when I knew we were just re-entering voids. Okay, nice reaction off Euro, off the 70%, 70.5 on OT. Barely touched it and left. You're just becoming into this void to go back down.
And so far that fair value gap on the opposite side's holding, and I want to see the breaker that turn into an inversion on the 1 minute. On the NASDAQ, that is. Oh, we're still dicking around inside that thing. Not good. We're above it now. Hit a body close above it.
It's fine.
We just came back to the order block. We're pretty much between an order block and a breaker right now. We just bounced off the order block. Nice. Got to tear through that breaker. We're just coming back to the next order. We're just banging around between two order blocks right now. I want to see that one give up.
The Dow just ran its lows while NASDAQ was coming back up to touch this inverse. And the Dixie is still using daily inversion fair value gap
Mm-hmm.
to support price. So
Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. We came back into that order block below. Now we're back up to the one above. If that one above loses it, then we're going to go above. We're going to run up some more. Come on, blast through that one now. There we go.
there we go.
That's what I'm looking for. So now we're going to... I just wanted to get through that breaker now. Once it gets through the breaker, then you can look for your inversion then.
I can't believe I put my stop loss there. Oh my gosh.
Don't beat yourself up, man. Just journal
I
it.
see that.
Just journal it and say
breaker
you
now.
saw it. That's all. Okay, so now we want to come back up the body of that. You can tag that old low there. Gonna give that bear a beat down. It's Friday all over again. Yes, it is. You gotta be careful what you wish for, Lauriston. Man, you just keep asking for it. The Dow 30 is moving nicely.
ES ran its lows. Nasdaq. Dow ran its lows.
Yeah.
Nasdaq's the only one that is showing this type of
Do we still have Kevin with us, or is he gone?
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm tired and just watching Euro. Are we in the what he considers for the market buy model? Would this be the low risk buy right before the accumulation for the Euro?
no, the low risk buy would be the first retracement after the market structure shift up, after taking out sell side liquidity.
Mm-hmm.
So
we never took sell side.
We haven't taken sell side yet. Yeah. That's the original consolidation way down at the bottom there. So I still think we're in the sell profile.
Yeah, we should still be in the sell profile. But I don't know. We to the tick. Is this like running stops? Is this all they needed? Oh, look.
It didn't take it out though.
Yeah, no, it didn't take it. It didn't even take it.
Yeah, mine is just perfectly even with it. So that's just building up equal lows. They're not going to leave that untouched.
Yeah. Yeah. What? I don't know why I almost saw it on my chart. I had the wrong low, but yeah, we didn't even sweep sell side yet. So.
all right.
So this, if you want a low risk buy, would be we sweep sell side, and then create a short term high, and then once that short term high is broken, that is where the low risk buy is.
Mm-hmm.
This is low risk buy
Right there. Yeah.
after a market structure shift up, after sell side's been taken. I did re-enter my short on Nasdaq, and I got in right here at the bottom of these wicks when we came up and touched it again.
Okay.
I re-entered once I saw that the Nasdaq was the only one retracing upwards when everything else was going down. Euro, ES, and the Dixie's going up. I do expect maybe another small retrace upwards for Nasdaq and SPY, since the Dixie has not rebalanced this little range yet inside of the inversion. Like, so for Dixie to come down and rebalance this before coming up and going into this void is permissible. And we never, this is another reason why I got into my short, is we never ran these highs.
Right.
So it looks like it, but
No, it's short, yeah.
yeah, it was short. So this is called not accumulation, but you know, when they're fishing,
Manipulation.
manipulation. Yeah, I mean, it's like it creates
It's like a
people to come into the
a Judas
marketplace.
swing or something.
Yeah. That's my problem. Nice. So here ES is running lows again.
Yeah.
Nasdaq has not. It's not playing this game. This is where we're back at where I got into my original short,
Right.
where I got stopped out.
Mm-hmm.
And YM just Dow just re-entered a new day opening gap from 1025. It shouldn't support price though. I don't think so. This is what I'm seeing on YM now. It loads. Just use this chart. Oof. All right, there Nasdaq goes. It just swept the short-term low. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
YM has this gap right here, untouched. 1 minute, or it's on the 1 minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, 30-second.
I got one on
No, I'm looking at this one then. I'm looking at this one.
Yeah, I've got equal lows right now. I haven't quite swept that. Let me see what the price is on that one. Low is 1680. This one is low 1680. So I'm equal right now. I haven't gone. It's pushing down now though.
So a little leg up right here after this candle told us what's gonna happen next. I mean, this like big old candle. Just the displacement lower.
Mm-hmm.
The displacement lower that takes out the low of this order block. That's the key right there. Right there. I'm just measuring this high to this low, just as this being one leg up. And -4 is right here at that 1 minute fair value gap for Dow. So I like that.
Yeah.
I'm up 43 bucks now on my short. So I'm already up from that paper cut.
That's good.
It's really good because I've never had the confidence to enter, get stopped out, and then re-enter.
There you go, buddy. You're doing great. This is the
first time I've
evolution.
had that.
The evolution of Joey. I like it.
Yeah, it really is. I have a lot of information in my head, but I've just never had a way to talk it out. And when you start talking it out and explaining it, you see the fruition in the chart.
Yep.
Unfold. So it's pretty fun. Appreciate you guys having me.
Oh no, I think this is awesome. I love the fact that collaboration. The collaboration is awesome for me.
Yeah,
I'm
me
just
too.
taking in information. I'm not really helping out much here.
That's
Kevin,
okay.
did you
One
set up
day,
your fibs?
One day. Yeah, I did last night. Yeah.
Nice, nice. And did you chart Dixie?
No.
Okay. It's all
No,
good.
I had a not fun night last night. That's why I'm sitting here like just trying to stay awake, just listening, trying to follow along.
Gotcha.
I got you. Were you put in special quarters?
No, I got this one inmate who's just out of control, like just banging on the door, yelling, screaming, and then that
man.
wakes
Yeah.
everybody else up.
Doesn't it just piss everybody else off and they end up beating him
Oh,
the
yeah.
next day?
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Well, and I work a step down unit, so people that like one person's in a wheelchair, and it's also mental health.
Oh,
So
my
I got
goodness.
6 mental health inmates in there, and then somebody that's in a wheelchair. Like it's just a total cluster of a dorm that I work. And usually it's always good, but this one person is just not getting the meds that they're
Right.
getting on the street.
Right.
So it's not been pretty for since last Tuesday. So
Hmm.
Do you guys log every 5 minutes on people that are in suicide watch? Do you do
yeah, 15 minutes for us.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is the return to
Luckily, I don't
that
have
breaker that you were looking for earlier.
Yep.
Joe, you can see how it's just come back into that breaker now in the 1 minute.
super fine. Yeah, the Dow still needs to come down here. So this is how I love to watch the market. And so what you guys are seeing now, I have a 32-inch monitor. I have two 32 inches, but I have one that's vertical, and then I have one that's horizontal.
Oh, yeah.
So on my vertical monitor, I'm looking at these three like this. Like it's like squished in like this, but it's super. I don't know. I just have a lot of room up and down on this chart. I mean,
Right.
on this monitor, instead of left and right. It's just a different way to look at it. I think it helps.
Hmm.
And Kevin, did you save that picture I sent in the chat?
I
the
did,
Skype?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
Yeah. So just
Absolutely.
read that and memorize it, and then implement it. Also, Darren, you see this?
Yeah.
This is the drawing tool. It's a drawing tool, but this is how we assess risk on TradingView.
Oh, okay.
So this would have been my trade if I would have gone in down here.
Right.
And literally, like, to the tick is where I had my buy. So I set my stop loss. I set my take profit to the bottom of these candles here.
Right. Yeah.
Create limit order. And it does this. So boom, buy limit. Here's my stop loss, and here's my take profit.
Right.
One click
Oh,
there
wow.
for me.
Nice.
So you can set and forget if you want. Short, same thing. And then inside of this, you can go and set your account size. So this is where the percentage of
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. So it
Yeah.
automatically pre-calculates based on where you want to set your stop loss and all that, what kind of load you can put on there, lot size. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So then once you have it like that, and so this is like the percentage of that $2,000 account. I'm telling it, it's a $2,000 account.
Right.
And then I want to risk $100 flat. Boom, it will
Calculate it all out. Nice.
calculate all for you. And then you can create your stop losses here manually if you want. It's a pretty good tool. I need it. I need a tool like this because, like, I'm making very quick decisions, and I can't do it without this, like, visualization of, okay, this is 2-to-1, I can take this trade.
Right.
You know. Man, I hate that the Dow has already made a move like this. It's fine though, it's fine. Need to get down here. But I just hate that the Nasdaq has not moved in like that.
Mm-hmm.
We're just consolidating now sideways while YM is doing this. And yeah, I need another chart. ES came back and touched that H1 fair value gap. And that's fine. I mean, I like how it went into it a little bit and then bounced it and touch it to the very, that's not...
Yeah, it looks like it came back to those equal lows back there. Yeah. Hit them nicely. Now you want to see where you're now looking at banging around between that next one.
Yeah. Hold on. Look at breaker. High, low, higher, leaves it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, I just spilled water on my keyboard.
Oh. Suddenly this little man pops up with attitude. Dude, you just spilt all over me.
Dang it. I got a towel right here though.
Yeah,
and a good thing about TradingView is if my computer shuts down, I can just log in straight onto my phone and continue managing my position.
Oh, that's
Easy.
good. That's really good.
Easy. Yeah. Yeah. Trading on computer.
Oh, you're cracking up.
On a different platform.
You're cracking up there. Did you pour water on your mic as well?
Oh man, I might have. Is it still crackling?
No, it's good right now.
I think I need to charge my headset. If it's almost dead, it'll start crackling like that. This is the third time I've spilled a little bit of water on the keyboard. It's lasted, man. It's a good keyboard. I got it like 4 years ago for $45.
Oh, hey, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, no, you can't. I mean, I don't know what.
I've never held a position this long inside all this messy, choppy consolidation crap.
Hey, that's good.
This is good.
We're here to build patience.
Yeah, this is evolution of trading.
This is
my full-time career. I want to do this, man. This is
Yep.
I have to replace my income relying on insurance to save me.
Yep.
I want to be able to do this stuff on my own.
Yeah, I've realized after all the studying and just thinking about my future in this is like there's no way I can just buy something and sell something for the rest of my life in like the same 5 minutes and think that's gonna pay the bills. Like no, I need to have the patience to let these things play out.
Yeah.
Always selling your winners too quick and letting your losers run against you too much. It's just
Yeah, exactly.
That's me.
Yep.
That's me.
Yep. Keep talking it, and you'll keep being aware of it. And then once you're aware of it, then you can do something about it. Yeah, man, up $44. One con, one micro. I'll take it. My wife brought me scrambled eggs, bacon, hash brown patty, Fresca, coffee.
Oh, look at
And I
that.
have it. Yeah, she brought it here 30 minutes ago. It's been sitting here. I haven't touched it.
Oh, bless her. That's awesome.
Bless her heart, yeah. I think I'm going to fast, though. Till I'm done trading. Fast on coffee.
Yeah, that's what I do. I go till 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. And I try to not eat anything past 7 and then fast till 11 to 12 o'clock the next day and then eat whatever you want after that. God, we're just banging around inside those two order blocks now. The down one and the up one inside that small little range of the 1 minute. This is the stuff I hate seeing because you're... It's got to break out of one of them. One of those PD arrays are running out now, so it's got to expand up or down. Ran the low, ran the low.
Let's see.
We're right back to the 50% of that little range we created. We're inside 50% of that.
Okay, so this is a swing high that we want to, like, we know is the swing high at held price. Now we're guessing that this is the next swing high that needs to hold. You know?
Yeah.
If not, then we need to relook at this. But let's see. This consolidation range. What are we doing? Okay. I like this. I like to see us below the 50% of this consolidation range. Yeah, so
it's also the threshold, the mean threshold of that last up close order block there.
I see it.
Yeah, right there. We want that to hold.
Things lining up. Dow, still there. Dixie, use the daily inversion for Valley Gap still as a...
Yeah, we came down to the... What is that? Is there a breaker there? No, just a mitigation block. Yeah, now we've lost the threshold.
I think this is manipulation.
Yeah.
I think that needs to hold. This huge order block right here.
Yeah.
So this at 1 minute inversion for Valley Gap that can we touched already once.
Yeah.
That would have been a nice trade along right there. 602 to 558. 585, I mean.
That's the threshold right there.
Of this big old bearish order block, yeah.
It's also the threshold of that little... Oh, he's just blowed through it now. No, you don't want to see that thing get lost. They just ran the little equal highs there on the 1 minute.
Yeah. ES using this H1 for Valley Gap for support. It's fine. These highs being ran is permissible.
Yeah, and you're still inside the breaker on the other side there.
Yep.
It closed right on that threshold. Oof.
Euro going down. Meaning Nasdaq should be going down.
We're right into that threshold of that upside order block now. Breakers on the other side. Should hold right here. Closed on it. And we're eating through shit. Not good.
So on ES, I'm looking at this range right here.
It's 50% right there.
Right there.
Yeah, that's right off of the breaker, right off the threshold. There's multiple. There's definitely confluences there. So that's it. Closed on that. The last candle closed on that. Opened, little wick up. No big deal. Now we cannot break this wicks high now.
Yeah.
I want to see. I want to see it just bury it right here.
YM does have this new week opening gap that.
Oh yeah.
It just ran this low and broke this. I mean, for YM to come back up here, it's permissible. So a little run up is permissible, but I mean,
that means it would run back up into that fair value gap on the second fair value gap above us, on the 1 minute, that bigger one.
This one?
No, above us. Like go right back to where right in there. Over on the other.
Here?
Yeah, back in there again. So if that pushed down on the, like you said, if that starts driving.
Well, we already used 50% of the new week opening gap as resistance to leave it. So all I want to see is us touch the top or the bottom of the new week opening gap, then leave it. But we don't want to see us to return to the 50% of the new week opening gap, high and low.
Yeah, I want to see it buried right here.
So I added right at the tippy top of NASDAQ, right up here.
Yeah.
As soon as I drew ES, as soon as I drew this out and saw this 50%, I pressed sell on NASDAQ.
I see it doubling down. Good for you.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to take one profit here. Yeah, it was the fastest $40 I'll make.
Good for you.
2.5 minutes. All right, so yeah. All right. So I'm still in my original position. I just wanted it to, yeah. So now it's paid for. Now I'm in this third trade as either break even or it's a winner. That's it. It's not a loser no more.
Right.
Yeah, she's tricky to read today though.
It's been quite high resistance here, banging around.
Yeah, I do not like lower high, and then we have higher low.
Yeah.
Higher low.
Compressing, eh?
Yeah. It's fine.
Huddleston, where you at? Dow? I wish I went short on Dow instead. Yes, once commission's covered, we're all good. It's just a wait. This trade really testing my patience. It's good for all of us, Huddleston, man. We're all kind of just sweating it out here. I'm not even in it. I'm tired of it. Kevin's like, I'm not even in this thing, and I'm tired of it already. I know,
Here's
right?
a 15-second chart of the NASDAQ. Here's the paper cut. Our original short. and then when I added right here,
Good. That's excellent.
and then I took profit right here. So now I took out my buy limit for down here.
I'm fast approaching my exit here. I've got my sell limit right down at that 1%, that one there, and I'm going to try and let this run out today now. That little 1 minute fair value gap we got down below, that's where my take profit is for the day.
For Dow, I mean NASDAQ?
Yeah, so I'm running
1 minute fair value gap?
that one that you've got marked out
This one
there.
right here?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
where I'm sitting.
Just with the fact that we know this is going to get hit. And now it's like the question is, do we come down here or do we go over here? But
Right.
yeah, it's working. It's working nicely. If this was 1 mini, I would have been the quickest $400 I ever made, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of 1 micro, but it's all good. I need to do this for a while before I can start doing micros. I mean, minis.
Nothing wrong with slow progression, my friend. Nothing wrong with that at all. This has been really good fun today because this has been a really good exercise in patience more than anything else. Like, it's just being confident on looking at your arrays. And it's been an awesome one.
Yeah, definitely.
I've definitely enjoyed this. So thank you for sharing all your stuff today again, guys. This has been great. Oh yeah, I'm into 3 digits now. Woohoo!
Nice.
Look at that.
Nice.
Look at that
Yeah.
slammer.
Yeah.
The jammer and the slammer.
Man, if I didn't re-enter, I would have been pissed.
You would have been pissed. You would have. You would have been.
I would have got stopped out at the breaker, the bearish breaker, and be like, what am I doing?
Yeah, you'd have been headbutting your screen and everything. Lauriston's just sitting there going, he's still slapping the bear. Away you go, bear. I'm in this, trying to figure out how to determine the weaker, stronger asset better. I get it wrong sometimes. Like this morning, U.S. was weaker than U.S. Finally, he says, finally. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. I'm moving my stop loss. I'm in a stress-free trade finally.
Yep. So I love. Look at this. This is why I put quartz on my anything over a 1 hour for value gap. I like to look at the quarters. But I mean, 50% nice. Close and open on 50% on the tick
Right.
on NASDAQ, and then leave from it. That's beautiful. Now, yeah, I want this breaker, this old high, this bullish order block to get violated. This one too. This one needs to get violated. Yeah, 1 minute doesn't look like a breaker there, but then you go to a 30-second chart and then you see it. Because it's just super choppy on the 1 minute. You don't even see the higher high being taken, or yeah. As long as we swept this, yeah, you're fine.
You return to the bottom of that swing low there. I'd like to see this stay open now. We'll come back into that gap and I'll just drive her home.
Yep. Now we want to see us
This could
stay
be,
below 50% of this range.
yeah, this could be a big price leg going on right now. Like, this could be, it depends on where that one sits, but yeah, we could be running out those lows for sure on the hourly. Like that low of the day there. I can see that getting taken out on the hourly there. As the down.
The low of 0700 London lows,
Yeah.
or
Or the 16,
London low,
the New York low.
10 a.m. low.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that 10 a.m. low getting taken out. If this if this is a price leg down, this is definitely running down below those lows today. I'm actually going to put my stop loss right down there at the low.
Your take profit.
Oh, my take profit, yeah.
Yeah, I see it. It's an H1 for Valley Gap.
Mm-hmm.
This is an H1 for Valley Gap. This is the H1 BISI that we need to.
That would be the price leg down right now.
I like it. I'm with you on that.
You're going to make me tighten up my price leg here. Okay, back to the bodies here. I want some of this to stay open. I guess it's not. Ooh. Now that price leg brings us right to the equal lows.
Which price leg?
The price leg we're just starting right now. So you have that one little run down. So take the high to the low and that range we just created from the top to the bottom, all the way up. No, go all the way up to the top.
Oh, so from the low to high?
Yeah, from there to there, and then extend it down from the high that we just created and watch where it lines up. So
the high we just created in here?
Yeah, so just take that, extend that exact same range all the way down, and you should see it right to the very bottom of the, because that's also back into the breaker. We hit the breaker.
You see, is this what you're talking about?
No, just take that range you just saw right that you highlighted from the top to the bottom. Yeah, from there, go to the top right there. Take that and no, just draw a line. Not an extension tool. Just grab your line, pull it down from top to bottom. Just make a line in there. They just grab a draw tool there, and then grab it and match the top up with where we're sitting right now. And that will be the new price leg down.
You're gonna have to show me.
I'll show you here.
Yep. What are you talking about?
Let me get this one out of the way. On NASDAQ, what was I on there? 1 minute. So your price leg goes from basic line here to here. That line there, and then from this breaker, which one? No, this one here is the one we came back to. From there, I gotta try and get a hold of the thing here. I freaking hate this thing sometimes. Where's my midpoint? Take it from here. Oh, see, it's already extended past it, but you extend that down. And that lines up with just taking out the bottom of that low there. If this is a price leg down, we come back into breaker and then extend down from there. That should be the goal we're looking for price leg up, retrace, and then back down again for the next leg. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a swing projection.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I see a breaker here. I mean, it's not really a breaker because this low did not take out any lows, so it's not a breaker. I would like us to reject off the 25% here. The H4 fair value gap. But -4 standard deviation got hit from the small swing projection I did before this move down. This high to this low. -4 got hit.
I don't think I see your chart.
Oh, I think it stopped sharing. You see now?
Yeah.
This guy right here. I just measured this last leg up before the actual move down.
Right.
And it
-4 is there, yeah.
but then you still have this leg. Hook the liquidity. I'm trusting this one more.
Mm-hmm.
This one. This one didn't. I mean, it did. By like a quarter of a tick, it swept it.
Oh, nice.
So that's manipulation. Like why do we need to? This is a 15-second chart. So from 11:08:15 to 11:10, exactly 11:10, for a minute and 45 seconds. Why do we need to come back up and take out this high before this act? Look at this huge move down.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you just come in? Why can't you just start here? You know, this is manipulation.
Right.
I would really have liked if it just stopped, like came up and stopped at the low of this range and then
that's
continue
exactly.
moving lower.
Yeah, me too.
But now that we're what I just explained. Yes. So yes, it is respecting that consolidation. It hasn't come up and touched it yet.
Right.
But NASDAQ's the only one that's re-entered that original consolidation of this move.
Right.
And the Dowski is still going down ski. Didn't even come up to touch the new week opening out, like I said. That's good. Signs of weakness. Love it. And look at the dollar. Finally took that buy side. Came into this void, closed above it, hint, hint. And still got this untouched stuff.
Yeah.
This is good. I like this step. We went into premium. This range went into premium, left it, and then now we're using premium side to like support price.
Right.
It's really good.
Well, I just got taken out. My stop loss got taken. I'm done.
For profit?
Yep.
Nice. I think I'll get stopped out if we...
Yeah, we already ran that. Put a body through that fair value gap there on the 1 minute. Came back, found support at it. Yeah, we could be coming back into 50% of that range though. There's a breaker right there. We're just inside that breaker. I have my
I wouldn't be surprised if they run highs before they actually give us the move.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we got lower high, and then just this one being the swing high.
Yeah, they built a lot of liquidity up there too.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's been a good morning. Made some cash. I like it. It's a good day. With that, though, I got to get going. I got to go pick my brother up. So,
Awesome.
great day, guys. I appreciate this. Thanks for turning up. And we will see you guys again tomorrow. And we'll see what the non-farm payroll weekend looks like. The end of the week.
Yep.
Alright.
If you're gonna trade FOMC, do paper.
Oh yeah, I'm not touching that now. I'm just gonna. It'll be total paper. I wouldn't mind trying to do that TGIF Friday setup once non-farm payroll's over, or the non-farm payroll trade that he does, the switch up with the reversal. Yeah, we'll look at that one on Friday. But with that, we will see you guys tomorrow. I'll be on bright and early again. And thanks for everything. Thanks for you guys popping in. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Alrighty, thanks, Darren. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too,
Drive
guys.
safe.
Wow, what an excellent day. Appreciated Joey's input. And Kevin and Lauriston, Derek, man, you guys are awesome. Thanks a lot for popping into today's show. This has been a lot of fun. I think the big thing we learned today is patience and managing and being confident about your entries. And good time. Yeah, loved it. Anyway, we'll see you guys here tomorrow. Thanks again. Watch the tough world out there. Love each other. Don't spread the hate, spread the love, my friends. And we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.